Well, I think one thing is to let the fruit of the Spirit be evident every day, especially the gift of forgiveness, and patience, and recognize that we're all on the journey together.
So the advice that I would give to new couples is don't have too high of expectations for each other. Be realistic and just be willing to communicate.
I think a new couple should be very good friends, and that a long-lasting relationship will come from a best friend model.
I think it's really important when you first start out in a relationship to take time learning to understand how the other person communicates and even like what their personality type is. Are they the type of person that's going to want everything to be planned out to the last detail? And if they are and you're not, learn to help them plan things. Or if you are a planner sort of person and the other person's not, give them a break and don't expect them to tell you like detailed instructions on what they're going to be doing for the next 3 months. And then even just simple things like learning like, you know, the love languages, like what things mean something to them. So if it's important to them to spend quality time, then make sure you give that to them and just kind of learn the things that are important to them, and then go the extra step to, especially if it's not something you would normally do, go the extra step and learn how to do that for them, because it'll speak a lot to them.
Remember that when you met, that you establish a relationship of love and fun and entertainment and commonness. And also don't forget that you also have friends that had always been there to support you. So spend time with your new love, but also remember your friends and your family at the same time.
Well, I would say that it's really important to be interested in each other genuinely and to care about each other's interests and to treat each other with respect and the way God would want to treat that person.
Well, I would say for those who are getting to know one another, give yourself lots of time. Learn to be friends first and find common interests and enrich your relationship in that way, and go slow.
Really just be yourself. What's really going to turn someone off, or if you're a couple and a relationship's getting off the ground, don't try to be your best self. Don't try to perform, because it's the time that it takes struggling to get out of that the relationship is really going to go nowhere. So you want to get to your true self as quick as you can.
New couples. Girls be women, boys be men.
Make every day a miracle.
Resolve to make it work. Just make that commitment from the beginning, and as long as both parties are involved in that commitment, you will last.
My answer is I think a couple should be able to change, be willing to change in yourself and grow in the Lord and support one another as they change and grow, because we're a new creation every day in Christ.
I think no secrets, and that goes from the little simple things to the really big things, because it just helps you to know how to trust each other. And I think trust is a really big important thing in any sort of relationship, and I think it's something that people in our world and our society don't do well, and they keep secrets and they don't tell people the truth, or they give half-truths, or they do things behind people's back. And it's just really important to have that really solid foundation of trust in a relationship, because that is what allows you to grow together. It's what allows you to be vulnerable with each other and tell each other everything, and that's the only way that you're really just going to be able to get to know each other and really have a healthy and strong relationship.
Relationship is to set boundaries with your relationship and your spouse, your friends and family, your church, and to always give your spouse over to the Lord and to make God a priority in your life and your relationship.
Of course, honesty after love is really important, but honesty in your relationship and being willing to change and hear the other person. I think a willingness to change and be open is really significant.
Doing what you're told. Mutual respect and consideration for one another.
There's a guy in my field by the name of John Gottman, and he's got a real easy formula. He says, for every one negative thing that you say to your wife or husband, say 5 positive things. So if you're in the middle of having to work through something hard, make sure you're finding things to appreciate about them, things where you can say how wonderful they are. And 5 to 1. He says the people who do 5 to 1 almost never get divorced.
Do whatever your wife tells you.